Welcome to another Brickwright video. Today things have gone wrong, so I'm not an happy camper. Basically we're down on the driveway job, the Marshall's Argent. Let's get into it. Let's tell you exactly what's happened. Then the drive has gone tits up. What happened was we ordered the product from Marshall's. Marshall sent the product down, and there was a side order, like half a pallet, that as a registered installer with Marshall's we can, we can, but from today we can't, but we could order like a side pallet, like a half pallet then, which we did. Unknowing to us, some of the order came from Newport, some of the order came from Halifax, and consequently when the order came, the order from Newport was bone dry, and the order from Halifax was soaking wet, saturated. So we could see that there was a difference in colour. We just thought, because it's wet, that when it's dried out, then all the colours will match, because Marshall's have sent it and it'd be fine. How wrong was I? So what's happened now, and I'll take you out and show you, is we've got a patchwork quilt of colours. Come back, inspected it. Me and the customer not happy. We've got to go back to Marshall's. Marshall's have owned up to it, accepted accountability, which is good. And they've sent down a pallet, and I'll take you out and I'll show you what we've got to do, because it's a bloody nightmare. So here we are then. You can see different colour, different colour, different colour, different colour. You can evidently see all the ones, the different colours. All this has been the concrete horn, so all the concrete horns has got to come up. They're dotted around all over the place. Absolute friggin' nightmare. So what we got to do, Fraser's using the breaker, look. So because it's set in sand, this is not normal kiln dry sand, it's set in sand. He's got to use the breaker to take them out, and then the worry is about chipping these ones, which we haven't got any of. So this is going to be a long-winded, drawn-out process, and if the right colours were sent down in the first place, none of this would have happened. So I'm not a happy camper, but we just got to get on with it. So Fraser's taking them out, I'm relaying them back in, and it's just hope for the best, and hopefully we can sort it out for these clients. It happens, but it was avoidable, and I'll say no more. So this is not going particularly good at all, because it's actually taking ages to get the individual ones out with the breaker, isn't it? Yeah. And then what we're doing is we're putting, like this one here, look, we've just taken that one out, and that one's to go in, so that is tight to there, and that's tight to there. We haven't moved that one, and that don't fit. So it's like about, I don't know, a mil, 2 mil too big. So now I've got to shave that down with the disc cutter to be able to get it in. So what do you think?
Not happy.
Not happy? No. No. It's definitely one of them, mate, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, it is 25 to 1. We've been at it since this morning, and we haven't hit a dent in it yet, and I've told Marshall's it'd be 2 days. So Marshall said they're going to pay us. Not sure if they'll pay us any more than 2 days, so I might have to actually take a hit on this now myself. So yeah, it's just, there's nothing else to say other than let's get on with it. Let's just get on with it. So what first alerted us to this was we had that heat wave in the UK. It was like 24, 25 degrees here, and these ones that are different colours never dried out, and they just refused to dry out. So you can see it, you got the rest of the product all dry, and then these odd ones that the select, they never ever dry out, which is odd. The customer said even in the hot weather, we had 3 days of boiling hot weather, and they stayed the same. You can see them, that soaking wet, and this is the way they came. But if you wet them in the pack, they look like them. They look wet. That's what's fooled us. But you can see, look, you can see all the ones that came from the full packs, and you can see all the ones that came from the order select, and they're all still soaking wet. So yeah, there we are. To update on the Marshall's job then. So what's happened is basically, and you got to laugh because there's nothing else there left to do, is there? We put the new product the Marshall sent down, and basically that was a slightly different colour again to what was actually in the existing drive. So got the customer out, and he basically said, look, I'm still not happy with it. You put in a brand new colour in now, and this is to rectify, the cock up of the darker paving, like I showed you, and now it's gone from being darker to lighter. So he kind of said, look, I want it all kind of ripped up. I want all brand new paving put in, so it's all the same colour, and I want all the same batches. So how can you disagree with that? So I said, yeah, absolutely, I totally agree with you. So phone Marshall's back, and they've said, okay, fair enough, sent them the photographs, and they're going to send another couple of pallets down, and we're now going to take up everything on the light colour side of it, not the dark. All the light colours are all coming back up, so we've got to put it all back in, redo all the concrete haunch, redo all the cuts, put all the sand back in, completely mess about. And where that's now left us is we're back up. Well, I'll show you where we are. I'll show you, 2 secs. So there we are. So we're back up this job, and this is another video, so you can see this separate. So we had to come back up to this job and start putting the MOT type 1 in, and get rid of the mound there that you see, and start spreading this around. But the problem is, what we're doing is we're messing this customer around, because as you can see, we've dug everything out, and then we've had to go back down to Dave to try and sort him out, because we don't want to leave him. We want to try and get him sorted, him and Julie, because they're lovely people, and we don't want to leave the driveway the way it is. We want to try and keep them happy. So now we're dancing between 2 jobs. We've got to dig it on higher. So it's become a little bit of a nightmare. Well, not a big bit of a nightmare. I'm really not happy about it at all, about letting this client down here and buggering off. And, oh, by the way, your drive's dug out. Do you mind us buggering off and sorting something else out for 4 or 5 days? Thanks then, see you, ta-ra, and off we go. It's not an ideal situation. It's not the way I want to work, but things happen. So Marshalls have kind of said, okay, we'll accept ownership of it. It's our product. It's been sent down to you to lay. It's wrong, and they've basically turned around, and we haven't had the full clarity yet, but it's looking like they're going to pay for us to go down and lift it, and pay for the products to relay it, and just pay for it all, basically. So now we're waiting as to when they can send a couple of pallets down, so we can get back down there to do it. So when you next see us on this video, we'll be back down there doing it. But absolute bloody nightmare, to be honest. There we are, look. So we've left this job now. Bunted up, little area for you to walk in, and we'll be away from here now. Fact of the matter is, it's not ideal, as we keep saying, but we got to go down, we got to sort the issue out. So we'll see you back down on the other job, and we've had a couple of dry days now, so you can see 100%, you can see the ones that's defective, look, stand out like a bloody sore thumb. You can see all the different colours. It's all over the place. It's like a bloody patchwork quilt. There we are. So what we're going to do, Marshalls have now eventually agreed to just replace everything. That's the lightest colour. So all the light colours you see is going to be replaced, the whole lot. Could have been avoided, but there we are. It is what it is. So we've got a little system that me and Freya are going to do, which we'll show you, and just get on with it. That's how we're going to do it. We've got a big still, shift counter on it. Ah, he's got a cut. I'll show you what he's got a cut. See these little nibs on here? Ever so slight. I'll show you from the side. See that little nib there? You've got to cut that off, because when we laid these it was very tight, which is what we wanted, but these ones are slightly bigger than them ones, so oh, the bloody nightmare. So they delivered the pallet, and it's the right pallet, thank God. We just checked it, customer's happy, it's a good match. But I got another issue on site going on. Somebody's loaded my bloody skip.
Somebody's turned up with a van with loads of crap in the back of it.
What the hell is going on here?
Any electrical appliances, no good. Clean the van out. He's got a skip here, and all of us are shit in the back of the van.
Well, at least you cheered me up with our little saga that's going on, Scott.
Oh, I tell you what, I feel so sorry for Justin with everything which has gone through on this job. It's just one of the issues you get with landscaping, doing drives. Things just not matching up. Definitely avoidable, but I feel your pain. Really do feel your pain.
Yeah, I've been in a lot of pain. Pain in the arse.
Oh, mate. Basically, batch numbers. You've had loads of pavers from some company. You need a little bit more. So they send you tiles from somewhere which is about 150 miles away. Obviously, they're not going to match. There's your problem.
So you've had it as well then?
I've had it myself. Absolutely drives me insane. And the only way to solve it is to over order. But then what happens if you've got 3 pallets of pavers you don't want? You've had to pay for that. Comes out of your profit, stuff you don't even want, just to help the problem go away.
Yeah.
Costing you money.
So the supplier really should take ownership, and they should be the ones to sort it out, shouldn't they?
Exactly. Wherever these pallets come from, you need half a pallet. They should come from exactly the same place. Don't just go, oh, there's some in Newport up the road. It's a lot closer. Bollocks.
Yeah.
Get them from wherever they come from. Stops the issue from happening.
Couldn't have said it better myself, mate.
Scandalous. Do feel your pain.
Yep, thank you, mate.
Definitely.
I just got down to the bottom of this pack, and the customer pointed out to us when the other ones were laid, the ones we're taking up now, that there was like a residue on top of some of the paving. Now this is fresh out of the pack. We haven't touched it. We've just like literally taken the square off the top, and can you see this? It's like staining, and it's on there, and there. So I think if we lay that, then obviously it's going to go black. And it's gonna be tarnished again. So this is the new pack. So I don't know what that is, whether that's something in the manufacturing process. But Fraser's pointed it out. Yeah, there's another one there. Look. What do you think that is, then?
Hello?
It's not good, is it? No. Anyway, we'll give them a wide berth. Probably chuck them in a skip and just use these decent ones around it. So we just cutted this line all the way down here. My idea, Frey.
Yeah.
Fraser's, well, you can show him. Show him how it's going. Hit that. Couple of little taps. Get them all out. And what we've done, we've put the bond in. We stacked out the ones that's going back in, look, all the way along the side to the exact bond of this, so that we know that they can just go back in and there's no faffing about as to what fits and what don't fit and what we got to cut and what we got to arse about with. So we'll put them in there. We take it in turns to cut them. He'll put them in there. I'll put them in the skip. And yeah, we just work together as a team. Now we're putting them back in. So some of them are very, very tight, which you'd expect because that's the way we've laid it, and some of them are really, really tight. So if you're lucky, you just go along and stick them back in, but then you get others that are like this, you've got to do that, and others we've got to shave the side off. But this is the principle of what we're doing, and we don't want to be chipping this because we haven't got any spares of them. So and where Brad broke my thumb a good couple of years ago, and Brad, I know you watch our bloody videos, so he's probably chuckling now. He broke my thumb a couple of years ago, and it's hurting me, so cheers, Brad. there now. It's really tight. It's not something that you can just blast and think, right, I'll slam them in, because you've got to be meticulous with it. See, that's quite tight now. Quite tight. They will go in, some of them, and some of them you've got to cut for, haven't you? Yeah. There we are, we'll carry on, get that done around there. The big question is what we're going to do with the haunch. So, oh, we're still at it. We're just coming down through here now. So we've done all the inside ones, all the inside band, all the way around is done. And the good news is the haunch is done all the way around there. That's all been taken care of. We won't go in to how we've done it. It's done, it's all secure, it's back in. So happy campers basically. So we've got tomorrow all this back course to do up and around here and into there, and this and the resanding and the jet washing and the cleaning, and then we are done. How does the fact that we're nearly done make you feel, Frey?
Not good, I want to be done. Nearly done is not good enough.
Nearly done's not good enough. How have you found? Christ, you're going up and down like a bloody yo-yo. Yeah, you make people seasick. We feel a bit better now, mate, in all honesty, all joking aside, don't we? Because we're nearly there, aren't we?
Yeah.
But has it been a pain in the arse? Yep. Do you want to do it again?
No.
No. So marshals, don't do this to us again. I'd come into the van and have a little chat with you, because this job that we're doing down here with the cock up from the Marshall's products, I think is I want to say that the customer that we're working for, Dave and Julie, on this job, they've been absolutely fantastic. I mean, obviously they want the job put back right. Excuse me. They want the job put back right the way it should be. So, you know, they haven't shouted at me, they haven't lost their patience with me or the situation. Marshals have been, you know, they said they were going to do it from the start. They've been a little bit difficult in between. I've done a lot of work on the phone, back and forth, and you're going to do it and you're not going to do it, and a lot of the goalposts have changed, right? All this has been relayed to Dave and Julie, and they've been nothing but understanding, nothing but brilliant about it. We've been down there, we've been replacing the paving. You know, they've given us bacon sandwiches, and they've made us feel as welcome this time round as it was before. The customer that you saw with a drive that we had to leave their drive stoned up, MOT'd up, and bugger off back down to Dave and Julie's, Karen and Carl, they've been absolutely fantastic about it and totally understanding that things go wrong. And, you know, they agreed to leave their driveway in the position that it was to go down and fix Dave and Julie's driveway. So you see a lot of videos on YouTube about customers being this and customers being that, and, you know, everybody's saying customers are problems, and yeah, they can be, and, you know, but I just wanted to tell you that it's not always like that, because these have been absolutely fantastic. I couldn't have wished to work for, you know, two sets of customers as nice as what these two have. So it's made my job a lot more relaxed, as much as I haven't been relaxed, but it's made my job a lot more relaxed, a lot less stressful, and it's made it easier for me to try and sort it out. So we have now sorted it out. We managed to do it. So Dave and Julie are really pleased with it. We've got a plan of attack now to go back up to Blackwood on Monday to carry on up there. So that's what we're going to do. But if these guys are watching, and I will tell them face to face anyway, thank you ever so much for being honourable, decent people. And I think doing this job a lot of the time, you think those honourable, decent people are not there. It's just idiots complaining about stuff and people being awkward as they possibly can to you. And all is not lost because they've been fantastic. And I just wanted to put it out there. So let's get back to it. Let's get back to the job and get it finished for Dave and Julie and get back up to Blackwood. Yeah, then that's what it should have looked like. So we haven't sanded it yet. I don't know how we're going to do it. We're supposed to use the whacker plate to sand it. If we whack it, we're going to be disrupting the sand that's set in the other joint. So we're going to have to come up with some kind of idea. But no discoloration. Absolutely same colour. Nothing wet. So everything you see in the light colours has been taken out, reinstalled, recut, redone. And that's what it should have looked like in the first place. Much better. And I weren't here yesterday, and Fraser and Dayton did it, so they've done a good job. So there we are. A little bit of dust by there to get off. All haunches in. So yeah, let's get sanding it. See how we managed to get that done. Alright, we got most of the sand in now. Let me just show you the system we've come up with, because by rights what you're supposed to do when this sand stuff goes in, you're supposed to be doing this for when the paving's brand new. So you're supposed to whack the sand in, but we can't do that because there's all the set sand is in there set. So anyway, without blithering, let's just show you the little method we got of doing it. So we set that up now on low revs, right? We don't want it to go we don't want it to go crazy on it. So we've got it going gentle. If that thing goes gentle, all that sand now is being pushed in there, and it is actually maintaining the paving next to it. Just come across, and then it's going to stop. Right, you're just brushing it in now. So it's all been pushed in with the whacker plate, as you would when it's brand new. Now he's just pushing that in with a hard brush, and then Muggins here on the end of the camera gets the soft brush and follows him down and sweeps it all off. And then once that's done, we'll show you the bit just to finish it all off. Wet it with like a watering can or a hose, and you do that 3 times, and each time you build your water up on it until it gets more and more and more, and then you're finished. So this is finished now. As you can see, all the colours are exactly the same colour in the light greys. Everywhere's the same. Customers really pleased with it. They're happy, which makes me really happy, because that's what I was more concerned about than anything, is keeping the customer happy. And they deserved it, these guys, because they're lovely. So there we go, job done. I interrupt this program to bring you a news flash. So the news flash is, if you watch our next video, which is another driveway build, you'll see it. It's coming out soon. We've had another issue with Marshalls, and I don't want to pick on Marshalls, but we've had another issue with Marshalls out on site, and this has happened today. So this is fresh off the press. If you want to see what it is and what's happened, and I think it's key that we keep the channel real. If we make a mistake, we'll show it. If we do things good, we'll show it. If somebody's not happy, we'll show it, and we're going to show this. So Marshalls are going through a bit of a hard time at the moment. If you want to see what it is, stay tuned to the next video. Wait to the end of it, the end part of it, and you'll find out what has gone on now. So I'll leave you to the guy who's going to come in and do the outro. So if you could please like, subscribe, and give us a like. Hit the like button as well, and we'll see you on the next one. Hopefully the next one will give us no problems. So yeah, we'll see you then.